Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new around here. Today we're going to be watching Rezears. We are on board with him right now, and I think for me Rezears is still one of the most talented young players in Europe at the moment, and just in Rocket League in general, to be honest. And as some of you may be aware, he is on Team Tundra, and Tundra as a whole, as a team at the moment, haven't had, at least in this split, haven't had too much to shout about, I think it's fair to say, but I think Rezears has still looked very promising, and you know, it's his first team, it's his first time in 3v3 in RLCS, and I think he's been doing okay. I genuinely believe that. I think Tundra as a team are looking to make a replacement. I believe they want to replace Cassio. Maybe that's a little bit harsh on Cassio. I don't think Cassio, I feel like he gets the short end of the stick a lot. That's going to be 1-0 conceded, even though the orange team, Shikaje, has just left the game. I think he's probably lagged out there. Didn't know that was going to happen. We're going to run it forward anyway. Hopefully he joins back. But anyway, yeah. Tundra, as a team right now, not getting the results that they probably want. I don't think anybody's expecting them to necessarily win anything. But yeah, it's, you know, there's nothing to shout about. But at the same time, you've got to look at how they've been placed in groups, what groups they've been put in. And this is just cruel for Abdullah and the other team at the moment. Hopefully Shikaje does get back in the game. We're just waiting on him. Hopefully he gets back in. Otherwise this is going to be a pretty boring replay in the background. If it is, we'll just try and talk about Rezears, and I'll just let this play in the background, because that is going to be 2-1 now to Rezears and Hibs. And it is a 2v1, so it's not really fair. But yeah, anyway. As I was saying, Tundra, in their groups, they've had some really tough groups this split, and that's why they haven't really gotten out of those groups. You know, they've been really matched up against some really tough teams. 3 teams that are always seem to be a little bit better than Tundra, and that's why they haven't really had the results they wanted. I'm not sure if this game has just turned into a 1v1. I think it might have. I believe it's turned into a 1v1. I think Hibs has stopped playing. So now we've got Rezears against Abdullah on the other team. Until Shikaje maybe can join back. Yeah, Hibs isn't playing. This is going to be a goal for Abdullah, I believe, on the orange team. Yes, it is. 3-2 then in this game. And good for Hibs, or good for Hibs, I guess, to stop playing, to make this a bit more fair on Abdullah. They could have just carried on playing as a twosome, good Rezears and Hibs, and just hoped that he forfeited, but they haven't. They decided to go down the 1v1 route, and fair play to him. So yeah, this was meant to be a 2v2 and a 1v1 video. I've got another replay that was going to be a 1v1 video, but it looks like we're just going to be rocking with 2 1v1 videos for Rezears, and that's fine by me, because Rezears is a very talented ones player, and has been for a very long time now. And I think he's making to sort of, well, he's looking to make that transition to freeze. I mean, he's already made the transition to freeze, right? He's playing in RLCS, but he's going to be wanting some more top performances out of himself. And obviously it's hard to do that when your team as a whole isn't necessarily performing. I'm not saying Tundra have been bad, because again, they've had to really deal with some very, very good teams. And that's not always easy, especially for a new team. But yeah, Rezears is going to be wanting to look to carry those ones performances he's had in the past over to freeze and try and take over and become one of the best players in the world. In the 3v3 setting, he's certainly one of the best ones players in the world. I don't know how much ones he's playing at the moment. I don't think he probably, well, he didn't expect to be playing a 1v1 here, obviously, because he did queue up 2s, but he is going to be 6-3 up in this game against Abdullah, and Shikaje is nowhere to be seen, unfortunately, so it's looking like it is just going to play out the rest of the game as a 1v1. And 6-3 to Rezears. Not looking too good for Abdullah and the other team at the moment. I don't know. I know the name Abdullah. I've seen him before in ranked replays, but I don't know if he plays much ones. So yeah, and he's coming up against Rezears, and that is actually going to be a forfeit for Abdullah. He's had enough. He probably isn't a ones player. I think he actually put on a pretty decent ones performance there, to be fair to him, considering that he's had to just sort of drop 2v2, suddenly go into a ones match against one of the best ones players in the world. But Rezears getting 6 goals in the end, and winning 7-3 for him and Hibs. Hibs just had to do nothing that game, basically. Nice, easy game for him. And the forfeit does come through. I wasn't expecting that at all. I hadn't watched this replay. So yeah, I kind of had to just roll with it, I guess. But there is another replay, and it is actually going to be a 1v1 this time. like an actual 1v1. So let's go over and watch that now. Okay, next replay then. On board with Rezears, of course, and he is coming up against Dr. Known on the other team. So this isn't going to be an easy matchup by any means for Rezears, because as we know, Dr. Known, a very, very talented Middle Eastern player, still young as well, but also already very, very good and very smart as well. Very, very smart ones player for his age. So yeah, he's a very interesting prospect, is Dr. Known. Already a very good player. And Rezears not able to convert that shot into a goal there. He is going to get back just about, or he fouls his wave dash, and he's just going to watch that one go in. That's quite unfortunate for Rezears. I don't think he was expecting to actually get back in time, and then was surprised that he did get back in time, and then fouled his wave dash and didn't get back in time. A lot of things happen there for Rezears, but he does concede. He goes 1-0 down against Dr. Known, and like I said, this is not going to be an easy matchup for Rezears at all. Again, I don't know how much ones he's playing. I haven't seen many ones replays popping up on ball chasing for Rezears. He plays a lot of 2v2, but obviously just because there isn't ones replays doesn't mean he's not playing ones. It just depends whether they get uploaded or not. And some players, like Dr. Known for example, does upload a lot of replays. That's going to be 1-0 in this game. Dr. Known, yeah, he does upload his replays. So yeah, thank you to Dr. Known actually for uploading those replays, because if he didn't, I wouldn't be able to see this match, and neither would you. So yeah, there's some players out there that definitely need a thanks to upload all their replays, because it's given me content as well, and I do really appreciate that. 1-0 in this game then. Let's see if Rezears or Dr. Known, or let's see who gets the next goal. I don't think it's going to matter too much, because it seems very back and forth at the moment, and this is going to go right down to the wire just from what I'm seeing here. And a minute and a half nearly through in this game, and again it's very scrappy. Rezears is going to turn on this ball, surprising Dr. Known a little bit there, but Dr. Known very quick to react, and he does get the save. Rezears again turning very aggressively, and he's going to go for a double here. He drops it down into the net, but it's a good save from Dr. Known, who is in the right position once again. Rezears again, relentless attack in here from Rezears, but he's going to run out of boost. Actually works out for him because he gets the fake, but Dr. Known once again recovers really well. He might go for a fake here. No, decides to play it against the backboard. Dr. Known again in the way. Very good positioning from the young Middle Eastern player on the blue team at the moment. And he is going to get a breakaway here as well. Rezears is going to have to retreat, get the save, which he does do so. He's now got 100 boost. Dr. Known is going to be the one backing off this time, who also fakes a challenge. Rezears sees it come in though, sees the second challenge come in. He saw the fake challenge, didn't fall for it, realised that the second real challenge was going to come in, and he just sits behind the ball, soaks up the 50 nicely, pushes the ball through Dr. Known, and gets his second goal of the game. Almost halfway through this game, and not many goals to be showing at the moment. It's a nice pre-flip shot though from Rezears, and that's going to be his third goal. Very nice attempt on goal there, ends up being a goal. Very creative from the young German. Very good plays. 3-1 halfway through this game now, and Rezears getting another good kickoff. Plenty of boost to work with. Almost, well, not almost beating Dr. Known. Dr. Known has cleanly beaten Rezears to the ball there, and that's going to be a goal for the other team. Good speed from Dr. Known to make it a goal for himself, and only one goal in this game. That's a fouled wave dash kickoff for Dr. Known, unfortunately though, and he isn't going to be able to recover quick enough, and Rezears is going to comfortably dribble that one into the open net to extend his lead to 2 goals once again. So 4-2 now in this game, and 2 minutes and 16 remaining on the clock. Rezears going to have to backtrack here and pick up some boost in his corner, and it's going to invite Dr. Known for an attack. Dr. Known maybe waits a little bit too long there as Rezears spots an opening and challenges, and gets a strong challenge as well. But Dr. Known is going to push out once again and come away with the ball. He's trying to get more aggressive. Rezears good defending on the backboard once again. Or Rezears almost sneaking underneath Dr. Known there. But good smart plays from Dr. Known to stay in the way. Is he going to be able to get back for this though? Rezears decides to keep possession instead of going for the shot, which could be a smart play depending on what happens here though. Dr. Known beats him cleanly to the ball. Doesn't read the double though. And Rezears is going to be able to turn and probably poke this into the open net. Decides to cut back. A little bit of an interesting play from Rezears. I'd say he made it harder for himself. I think he's just trying to get fancy with it. But either way, he gets his 5th goal of the game. That's going to be 5-2 in this game. And just a reminder, Dr. Known, of course, playing on EU servers, but he is from the Middle East. So he's on 116 ping here. So you've got to give it to these Middle Eastern players. I think we always say it. We always mention the ping. Oh, Rezears almost missing the wide open net there off the crossbar. But it does come down into the net. Yeah, it's always worth noting how good these players are from the Middle East playing on this kind of ping. 7-2 in this game now. I did say it was going to be a tight one to the end, but Rezears actually running away with it. Minute and 18 remaining. Can Dr. Known get himself back into this game? Good bump from Rezears off kickoff, and that's probably going to be his 8th goal. It's slightly off target actually. It's not going to go in. And Dr. Known does get the rebound save. Rezears going to fake this one on the sidewall. Dr. Known doesn't buy it and gets a good second challenge to make it his 3rd goal of the game. And even though he's 4 goals down, Dr. Known, there's still plenty of time to get back into this one, but he's going to have to fix his kickoffs because Rezears' kickoffs have been pretty good at the moment. Dr. Known is going to get the wave dash kickoff, and so Rezears is going to have to retreat, but Dr. Known not getting the attack on too quickly here. Rezears still going to have to back off though and invite Dr. Known in. He's going to go for a muster. He actually fakes it, faked the commentator as well, because I thought he was going to pull the trigger, but he decided not to, went low with it. Rezears just flying past the ball there. And that's Dr. Known's 4th goal, and as I said, still plenty of time to get back into this. And there still is. If he can get a goal here, this would be great. I don't think he's got a lot of boost to play with, no. He's trying to go for the mid boost. He does get it, but Rezears is going to get the interception and now have an attack of his own, and he's going to make it 8-4 in this game. 8th goal for Rezears, 35 seconds remaining. And I think that might just be a bit too much of a lead for Dr. Known to come back from, unfortunately for him. And now he's bumping Rezears into the boost. Yeah, that's not the kickoff that Dr. Known wanted, and now he's left his net wide open. Yeah, he's had enough. That's game. Rezears is going to actually save this and keep it out. Not sure what's going on here. Don't know why Dr. Known doesn't just forfeit, but okay, that was a strange bit of play. Maybe he disconnected a little bit, I don't know. He's still at 116 ping. Dr. Known going for a pogo here. He's actually got it. Rezears is going to save it. He's not having that. 5 seconds remaining, and that is the game all but done, I would say. Rezears is going to have one final attack here on 0 seconds. He's got a reset, decides not to pull the trigger. Maybe he didn't get the reset. Looked like he did actually, as you can see there. He's using the wave dash on the ground, so I think he did get it. But probably not realising that he's on 0 seconds there as the time runs out. But yeah, 2 wins out of 2 for Rezears in this video. Was meant to be a 2v2 and a 1v1. It was a 2v2 for what, not even a minute. And the rest of the first replay was a 1v1, which he won. And yeah, winning against Dr. Known here in this second replay. And I think Rezears is still one of those players to watch out for. I really do. And I don't think anybody's said otherwise. I just think he's making the transition, obviously, to RLCS. He's made the transition, I should say. And now he's looking to cement his legacy in threes as well as ones, as he already has done. And I think he can definitely do that. He's such a talented player. So yeah, don't be surprised if you see Rezears popping off in the next split or the rest of the season. I think you're going to see a bit of a difference from Tundra in the next split, and Rezears is going to be that leading man, in my opinion. If you enjoyed this video, do leave a like on it. I would really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, but you like this video and you've liked a couple of other videos, then subscribe to the channel as well, please. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all very soon.